Sup Smashers, this is Ippo, and today I'm going to be showing you my first video on Marth and kind of Melee in general tutorials on how to practice solo. First video is going to be on shuffling, which stands for short hop fast fall L-Cancel, so let's jump right in. I'm not doing these videos to explain the ins and outs of exactly what shuffling is and why it's important, or for anything other than just how to practice it alone with Marth. So with Marth, you can see I've got the 20x hackback on here, so you can see when I don't L-cancel this nair attack, you can see this is the speed at which I can do nairs as fast as I can if I don't L-cancel. So get the timing for that, and then now watch when I shuffle the nairs, I'm able to do them a lot faster than I was when I wasn't L-canceling them. So that's a good way to tell whether or not you're L-canceling. Now you may say, well, I don't have 20xx. How could I tell when I'm missing my L-cancels? Well, what you should do is miss your L-cancel on purpose, and then try to either do these nairs as fast as you can for any other attack, or what you can do is miss your L-cancel and then jab, just like that, and see the speed at which Marth jabs afterwards. Get a good feel for that, and then start L-canceling them, and notice the speed at which Marth jabs afterwards. It's much faster. And you can do that with any of his attacks. Just learn the speed of how long it takes to jab after you L-cancel your move, and that's how you'll be able to tell yourself when you're missing your L-cancel, like this, that it's a lot slower. It's going to be most obvious with down air, because Marth is in more stun than all of his other moves when he does his down air. So if I L-cancel that and then jab, I can do that a lot faster. So there's basically two different timings for L-canceling your moves, and this stands to reason that it's the exact same way for shuffling, and that's if you hit somebody, if you just hit the air like this, when you're not connecting with anything, you're just doing your moves on the stage. And then the other timing is when you hit an opponent, like Bowser here. It's the lag is the same, but it's different in that you hit someone and you're gonna have to time your fast fall and your L-cancel differently, because you're hitting an object or a person or an opponent, what have you, instead of just hitting the air. So there's two different ways to practice shuffling, and both of them are equally important. And you both need to practice them both, because you need to be able to L-cancel your attacks when you hit someone, or when you miss someone, or when you're just throwing out moves for spacing or zoning or anything like that. You need to be able to L-cancel both of your attacks. So the one way to practice shuffling your moves that I would suggest is first just pick one move and just practice shuffling that move. Try to get as many L-cancels as you can, as many short hop fast fall L-cancels out of like 10 reps, and maybe you can only do 2 out of 10. Well, after practicing this for a while, up to 5 out of 10, and then 8 out of 10, and then 9 out of 10, and then eventually you're just never going to miss this ever again. So practice shuffling that one move like that, then go on to the next move. And since this is a Marth tutorial, I'd say that fair is going to be your most important. Nair, also an important one. I'd say fair is most important, and then everything else like nair, up air, and down air will be second important, and then back air will probably be the least important. Not that you don't need back air shuffled, but it just doesn't come into play as often as these other ones. So same thing with the nair. Try to see how many you can get out of 10. Just keep practicing it and just try to get as many as you can out of 10. And if you mess up, that's okay. So now I'm doing up airs, down airs, and back airs. So you need to be able to do those as consistently as you can. And the great thing about this video about Melee is that you only need one controller to do this. You don't need 20xx, you don't need 2 controllers, you don't need friends to play with, you don't need, if you're playing late at night or somewhere where you're out of town or something, and all you have is your cube and your controller, that's all you need to practice. So how you practice it is just by doing like this, like 9 out of 10 reps, however many reps you can get. And I think my mic is dying here, so let me see if I can't plug this in real quick. Sorry about that, we're back. So the second thing that you would want to practice for just L-canceling your moves without hitting anyone, still in the not hitting anyone category, is to cycle your moves. So do nair, fair, up air, back air, down air. And the lag from those moves is different for every move. Like fair is going to be the quickest and down air is going to be the slowest. So you're going to have to be able to flawlessly switch in between those and understand exactly how much lag goes into them. So once you do that, try to do the same thing. How many times can I get a full cycle of my L cancels without messing up out of 10 times or something like that? So again, this is something just entirely too easy to practice by yourself. So if you have the drive in Melee, you really want to get good, you want to place fire in tournaments, get out of pools, get further into bracket, win tournaments, whatever it may be, there's no excuse for you not to have this mastered, because this is the easiest thing in the world to practice on. And now I'm just messing around with shields. So now let's go on to the second way to practice this. I said earlier they're probably equally as important, but this might be the one that's more important, honestly, is hitting an opponent or a shield. So get Bowser here. Bowser is not just some random character. Pick Bowser. Go to the rules, go to handicap, turn it on, and then go to damage ratio and put that to 0.5. All of these things are important. Put your level to 1, put Bowser's level to 1. This is really important. Put handicap level to 9. So your handicap 1, Bowser 1, Bowser handicap 9, Bowser level 1. So let's go back and do it again. And notice how Bowser is a CPU here, so he's going to attack you, but he's just a level 1 Bowser, so he's not going to be that much of a threat. If he hits you, you're going to pretty much die if he hits you with a strong attack because of the intense handicap difference. But so now you can see, I don't know if you can tell the difference from the standing nairs, like when you're not hitting anybody, and the speed at which I can do these nairs, but it takes a little longer when I'm hitting Bowser because the timing for the L cancel is a little different because I'm connecting with something or someone's shield. So this is the second way you want to practice it, because you're going to have to know a different timing for these L cancels when I'm hitting Bowser versus if I'm hitting the air. So you see I missed a couple of those nairs. They ended up being, I missed my fast fall on them because I was doing them, I was used to doing it without hitting anyone. And when I hit someone, I had to time my fast fall a little bit later. So that's one of the many things you'll learn through practicing this, is that you have to change your move timings. And so practice this the exactly same way you would practice doing it alone. I'll do fair, up air, back air, down air, nair. And see, I missed it up there, so that would be like a missed rep if you want to do it like that. But there's lots of different ways to practice. This is an extremely important Marth technique. If you only had, 5 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and you don't know how to shuffle, or you can't consistently L-cancel your moves, do this. This is just the first and most important thing you could do with a lot of characters. You could make arguments for other important techniques, but this is really crucial. It's being able to shuffle your moves without messing up. Every high level player, everybody winning any tournament, any local, is probably going to be able to shuffle cancel all of their moves. So whether you can practice 5 minutes a day, 3 times a week, or you're willing to get a good hour in after you get done with whatever you got done with at night, like 1 hour, 7 times a week, you're going to master this really fast, and you're going to see incredible improvements in your game without learning or doing anything or playing anyone, just from being able to shuffle, short hop your moves, fast fall, and L cancel them all on command, all when you want to. Super important thing. So this has been Shuffling with Ippo, first video of this Marth tutorial series. Finally got OBS and everything streamed and working, so look forward to the next video. Should be up very shortly, and fun practicing.